Brazil, a country known for its vibrant culture, lush rainforests, and passionate football fans, also holds a secret in its skies. For decades, it has been a hotspot for some of the most compelling and baffling UFO encounters in history. Today, we're diving deep into the archives to uncover Brazil's most famous UFO sightings. So, grab your headphones, dim the lights, and prepare to question what you think you know about our place in the universe. Our journey begins in 1957 with a case that remains one of the most controversial and detailed alien abduction stories ever told. On a farm in Minas Gerais, a young farmer named Antonio Vilas Boas was working late at night when he saw a strange, egg-shaped craft descend from the sky. Red lights pulsed from the object as it landed on metallic legs. Before he could react, he was seized by several small, humanoid figures and taken aboard the craft. Inside, Vilas Boas described a sterile, metallic room. His captors, who communicated through guttural sounds, were covered in gray overalls and helmets. They took samples of his blood and then, in a truly bizarre turn, left him in a room with a female being who had striking features, large blue eyes, high cheekbones, and white blonde hair. After a strange and unsettling encounter with her, he was returned to his farm, disoriented and covered in a strange gel. For years, Vilas Boas's story was ridiculed, but medical examinations later confirmed unusual radiation burns on his body. Was he a fantasist, or did he truly have a close encounter of the most personal kind? Fast forward to 1977, in the small fishing village of Cala. This case is so significant that it prompted an official investigation by the Brazilian Air Force, codenamed Operation Prato, or Operation Saucer. The residents of Colares lived in terror for months, besieged by mysterious lights in the sky. These lights, which they called chupa-chupa or suka-sucker, were not passive observers. Witnesses reported being targeted by intense beams of light that left them weak, dizzy, and with strange puncture marks on their skin, as if blood had been drawn. Over 400 people claimed to have been attacked. Panic swept through the town. The mayor pleaded for help, and the Air Force responded. Captain Urang Halanda led the investigation, and his team captured incredible photos and film footage of unidentified flying objects. The official report documented disc-shaped, cylindrical, and even pyramidally craft maneuvering at impossible speeds. Captain Holanda, years after the operation was officially closed, gave a shocking interview, confirming the reality of the phenomena and the extraterrestrial nature of the craft before his untimely death. The Colares case remains a chilling example of direct and aggressive interaction. The official files, once classified, are now partially available, and they paint a picture of a community under siege by an unknown intelligence. Now let's travel to the night of May 19th, 1986. This event is often called the official night of UFOs in Brazil because it involved multiple commercial and military pilots as well as air traffic controllers. It all started when radar operators at the São José dos Campos airport near São Paulo detected several unidentified targets on their screens. These were not phantom signals. They were real physical objects. At the same time, civilian pilots flying in the area began reporting strange lights zipping around their aircraft. The Brazilian Air Force scrambled multiple fighter jets, including Mirage and F-5 fighters, to intercept the intruders. What followed was a cat-and-mouse game in the night sky that lasted 4 hours. The pilots reported seeing massive spherical objects that could change color from red to green to white. These objects demonstrated incredible performance, accelerating to supersonic speeds in an instant, making sharp turns, and vanishing only to reappear moments later in a different location. They easily outmaneuvered Brazil's most advanced fighter jets. The Minister of Aeronautics at the time, Brigadier Otávio Moreira Lima, held a press conference the very next day. He openly admitted that at least 21 spherical objects, estimated to be about 100 meters in diameter, had invaded Brazilian airspace. He stated, "It's not a matter of believing or not. We have technical data and intelligence to confirm it." Despite the official acknowledgement, the origin and nature of these objects remain a complete mystery. Perhaps one of the most well-known cases worldwide is the Varginha incident of 1996, often dubbed Brazil's Roswell. In the city of Varginha, in Minas Gerais, a series of extraordinary events unfolded. It began with reports of a UFO crash. Shortly after, multiple witnesses, including 3 young women, claimed to have seen a strange creature. They described it as a bipedal being, about 5 feet tall, with dark brown skin, a large head, and huge red eyes. It seemed dazed and in pain, and it gave off a strong ammonia-like odor. The story goes that the local fire department was called to capture the creature. Soon after, the Brazilian military allegedly took over, launching a massive operation to secure the crash site and any surviving beings. Witnesses reported seeing heavy military presence, trucks, and helicopters swarming the area. There were rumors that at least 2 extraterrestrial beings were captured, one alive and one deceased. One of the military policemen involved in capturing the live creature, Marco Chares, reportedly fell ill with a mysterious infection shortly after handling it and died within weeks. The official explanation was that the women had seen a homeless, mentally disabled man, and that the military activity was a routine exercise. But too many witnesses, from civilians to military personnel, have come forward over the years, risking their careers and reputations to tell a different story. The Varginha incident is a puzzle with many pieces: a supposed crash, strange creatures, a secret military operation, and a tragic death. Was it all just mass hysteria, or did the Brazilian government successfully cover up one of the most significant events in human history? From abductions and aggressive lights to military chases and alleged creature captures, Brazil's UFO history is rich, complex, and deeply intriguing. These aren't just campfire stories. They are events supported by military documents, eyewitness testimony from credible sources like pilots and police officers, and even physical evidence. They force us to confront the possibility that we are not alone and that our skies are far more crowded than we imagine. What do you think? Are these cases proof of extraterrestrial visitation, or is there a more down-to-earth explanation for these strange events? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the unknown. If you found this as fascinating as I do, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into life's greatest mysteries. Stay curious, and see you next time.